Hey everybody, Bradley Sven9 here with the video showing you how I speed level my accounts. This is if you're wondering how to get experience fast, how to level an account up to level 30 as fast as you can. I'm able to do it within a week doing this. I have a few methods on how to do it quickly within a short amount of time, as well as just things you should be doing regularly to get the experience, to get it up there fast. So if you're wondering how to get experience, this is going to be the video for you. Been meaning to get this one out for a while. So right now you can see I'm just feeding this ball toy. So basically there's some things you want to, we're going to pop a lucky egg and then we're going to get experience within the half an hour as fast as we can. The idea is you're going to want to spin as many brand new stops, the ones with those white rings there as you can see. Oh, look who it is. Mr. Peach. Hey. Come on, buddy. As you can see, those stops right there with the white ring, when you spin a stop with a white ring on it, it means you have never spun it before, and it'll give you 500 experience every time you do it. So the idea here is you're going to want to go to an area with a lot of stops that you have not spun before, and then just basically for a half an hour straight, spin as many stops as you can, and you could rack in a ton of experience doing this. I've gotten the accounts to level 30 within a week and I only used one lucky egg and did this once. You could do this with all your lucky eggs and get your account up there really quick. Come on, Mr. Peach. We're making a video here, bud. Screw off. So right here, this is the place I like to go to at least first. I'll show you a few places that you could go to. I'll put the coords in the description below. But we're going to go to the Canary Islands in Spain. You can see there, that's the coords. And then basically along this whole coastline here, you can see that stops are just all the way along the edge. Now I understand I am spoofing here and showing you different places around the world. Now if you're doing it from your home, the idea is to still the same thing. You want to spin as many new stops as you can and catch as many Pokemon in between. So before we pop the lucky egg here, we're going to want to do a few things. Since you're going to get a lot of items from spinning these stops, you're going to want to empty out all of your item space. And so that you're going to have to empty it out a few times during the run, so keep that in mind. And then you're going to want to empty out most of your Pokemon too, because you don't want to waste too much time deleting Pokemon and items, because you want to be getting as much experience as you can in this short amount of time. So as you can see here, I'm surrounded by stops. Now, it's ideal if you start this off with a legendary raid, a 5-star raid, because then you get 10,000 experience after beating that, and if you have your lucky egg on, you'll get 20,000 experience. So if you're going to hit a bunch of legendary raids, that's another good way to get experience. Popping a lucky egg and then hitting as many legendary raids as you can in a row. But for now, I'm just going to show you the generic way to just get stops, get experience while playing. You don't have to worry about raids. And then also if you do a first catch or spin of the day, you get extra experience for that. So keep that in mind. That will also get doubled. As far as special research goes, unfortunately, you can see there we're at 46,000 experience, just to give you an idea after the lucky egg is done. Special research, the experience won't get doubled, but make sure to do that as often as you can to start up your account getting experience. You can see here, there's all the different experience you could get from it. Obviously they're different on each level and things like that, but if you have a lucky egg, it unfortunately won't double that. I believe it did before, but I tried it here and it did not double it for me. But there is one more thing. Brand new friends is what I advise, another thing to do while doing this. If you go to, I'll show you the link right there. There's a few places you could throw your code around, but if you just plop it down there, plop it in a few places and get a bunch of new friends that way. And then when you add those new friends and then get a friendship for the first time, if you're able to do that during the lucky egg, you'll get double the experience for that as well. So if you get a brand new friend, open a gift for the first time, or they open your gift, you'll get 3,000 experience just for doing that. So if you had like 20 new friends and get them all to just good friends right off the bat, especially while doing the lucky egg. You could see how that would add to your experience as well. I didn't do that during this run, but you could see if you had a bunch of good friends, even if you're about to have a best friend and pop a lucky egg, you'll get double the experience for that as well. So instead of 50,000 experience, you'll get 100,000 experience for getting best friends with somebody. So keep that in mind as well if you got extra lucky eggs and know you're about to be a best friend with somebody. But here's how we're going to do it. You pop a lucky egg, and then I'm going to egg walk. But you basically just walk to as many stops as you can and spin them. And that's basically what we're doing. If you happen to tap a Pokemon, just catch them. If you don't have Quick Catch or the ability to do that, then I'd suggest just running away from Pokemon and spinning the stops. Don't battle Go Rocket Grunt, it's not worth it. But if you are using iSpoofer and have the Quick Catch and things on, then I advise just catching the Pokemon while you're there. So as I said, this is the Canary Islands, just off of Africa, but it's still technically Spain. And I'll give you a bunch of places with chords that I like to go to that have a bunch of new stops close by. There's tons of other places though, really. If you go to any major city, you'll see a bunch of new stops. So remember, if you go to Canary Islands, you can't come back and hit the same stops to get the white rings, although there is enough stops along this coastline where you could pop 2 lucky eggs in a row, which reminds me of this upcoming event, the April Spring into Spring event, starting on April 9th. If you follow me on Pogo Shiny Hunter on Instagram, you would have seen the heads up of that event coming out. And if you saw that, you would have noticed that one of the bonuses are lucky eggs lasting 1 hour instead of half an hour. So keep that in mind. You can get double the effect for your lucky eggs during that event, so you could save it until April 9th if you wanted to. But if you're like me, creating these new accounts and thinking they may get banned, no need to wait for that. You could create a new one at that time if need be. Either way, I'm going to speed this up now so that you can see basically what we're doing. It's going to be pretty repetitive, that's why I speed it up 10 times here. But you're going to see I'm going to delete my Pokemon and my items a few times. But you can see how many stops I'm going through during this whole process. Often I go to the map and just tell myself to walk. You can set a GPX if you really want to set it up, and then GPX all the way along the coastline there. And then just stop if you're around a bunch of stops. You don't want to walk past stops. Make sure you spin them all, and then keep walking. As far as walking speed, I'd go 9 kilometers. Sometimes I bump it up to 18 if I'm walking myself with the toggle, but if you're just rocking a GPX, I'd say 9 kilometers. But right now, you're not really worried about hatching eggs. It's strictly just spinning stops, basically. So on the side of friends, I should add, if you do have a bunch of new friends and they send you a gift and you haven't sent them a gift yet, you can line up a bunch of friends like that to where they don't have any friendship yet, but they have a gift ready for you to open. So then once you pop your lucky egg, open a gift of all those new friends, and then you'll see it'll constantly keep telling you, this person's a good friend, you and this person's a good friend. And it'll, no matter, it depends on how many times you did it, obviously. But say if you did 10 friends, that would give you an extra 60,000 experience. 30 you would have gotten anyways from adding the new friends. So basically these methods, you don't have to pop a lucky egg and do it all super fast like I'm doing here, but that's the best way to get a bunch of experience in a short amount of time. I managed to get 150,000 experience during this run in half an hour, so that's pretty damn good. But if you're just playing the game, this is like I only used 1 lucky egg to get the account to level 30 in 7 days. So if you used all your lucky eggs and did nothing but try and level the account, I'm sure I could do it within probably 3 days if you really wanted to. It really depends on how often you sleep and things like that. But that's beside the point. Basically, when I play, I go to busy areas that I haven't been to, and you basically just spin every stop you go to. If you have too many items, delete your items. You're the ones you don't want to keep, obviously. And then just keep spinning stops and catching Pokemon. And you'll realize if you don't be picky and you just, basically, if you see some possibly shiny, try and catch it. If you see new stops, spin it. And then basically your account will be level 30 in no time. Like, no time is a week. That's pretty good. But unfortunately with this bandwave going on, if you see my bandwave videos, you know what I'm talking about. It's still not 100% safe to spoof, but if you're making a new account, this will be an ideal video for you to speed level your account. A lot of you will come to Canary Islands, I bet. It's a good place to go. Lots of people there, I assume anyways, especially after the video's out, people will be going there to speed level. As you can see, there's lots of stops. It's a good place to hang out anyways. Lots of stops in Pokemon. As well with that list, like I said, you need to spin new stops. So if you pop 2 lucky eggs during here and spin all the stops you can, basically on the Canary Islands. There you go, 2,000 Pokemon in the account. Then you could go to the other places, basically like Tokyo. All over the place there's stops. I love going to Tokyo. You could pop tons of lucky eggs there and still have stops to spin. Taipei, Taiwan, same thing basically. Zaragoza, Spain, one of my favorite places to spoof. It's got tons of clustered up stops and things like that. And it's in Europe, which gives you the chance to get Mime Jr. from 5k eggs there. As well as the Sydney Opera House, Disneyland in Anaheim, or Disney World, whatever one it is. And then Disneyland in Disney World in Orlando. Sao Paulo, sorry if I said that wrong, in Brazil is also a really good place to go. But basically, like I said, any major city is a good place. You'll see tons of new stops. Go downtown, you'll see stops everywhere. And they'll all be white rings, so if you want to start up your day, go to a new place and then just start playing there. Catch a Pokemon, spinning stops the next day or after 2 hours, because that's a cooldown. If you haven't played in 2 hours, you could go somewhere new if you wanted. And then you could just get experience that way. So I hope this video helped you understand how to speed level and count. What's the best way to do it, and my method of doing it myself. As you can see there, 206,000 experience, so we got 150,000 experience there. 160 maybe. So that's pretty good, obviously. So I hope this was a good video for everyone wondering how to get experience, how to get it fast, and the best way to just naturally get experience while playing. So thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed my video, and I'll see you in my other videos. If you want to see more information on spoofing and Pokemon Go, go to bradleysfan9.com or my YouTube channel, and you'll see a bunch of other things there. See you in my other videos, everybody.